comments, drop your likes. Please, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, as new videos will be coming every week, and I hope you learned something. If you have any inquiries, please drop it in the comment section. I've had some people complain about the way I do this miniature pattern, so I'm going to try and reduce some of the videos as I see that some people needed to learn one or two things from it. So today, just let's get to it. What do you want to do? You want to talk about how to make a cowl neck. You know, a cowl neck is something that has draping. It's a form of draping, and we're going to be doing that today with the slash and spread method. There are two types of slash and spread. There's the slash and spread, there's the slash and separate. There's slash and spread, which is slash to, and there is slash and separate, which is slash through. So there's slash to and there's slash through. So we're going to be doing slash to today, which is also called slash and spread. I'm going to be trying to do some other videos that would teach you how you can use slash and spread, as they can be used for many things. You cannot exhaust what slash and spread or draping can do. Now, draping can be done in two ways: the slash and spread method and the draping on the mannequin. Now, you cannot use this kind of mannequin for draping. It has to be the fully body form that you can pin on, which can help your draping. Well, I've seen some people maybe go on this something, but it's not the appropriate body form for draping. Yeah. So today, what I'm saying is a cowl neck. These are other pictures of slash and cowl necks that you can relate to. So stay with me and let's get to work. Now to my drafting table. Now this is a basic bodice form, half front. This is the center front. This is the side front. This is the neckline, the armhole. It has allowances already, and this is the hem. You know, I just pick any of the bodices that me or my students have drafted and try to use it to teach. So this is a ready-made drafted form. There are different ways of drafting. You can use the freehand, you can use the pattern drafting, even pattern drafting have different methods. Natalie Bray, Ellen Armstrong, you know, some pattern drafting with sewing allowance, some without it, some with shoulder dart, some with the underbust dart, some without. So there are different methods and different measurements to drafting this body. So whatever way you can use to draft your basic bodies, you can stick to it or watch other people's on to learn other forms. My own type of form, you can learn it from the paid online class, and you can make inquiries on the number on your screen or go to our Instagram page. Okay, so back to what we want to talk about, the cowl neck. Yeah, so this is a ready-made basic bodice form, as I said earlier. So the center front, so just have your basic bodies. Yes, so the first thing you need to do, this is already a cowl neck, but I'm going to explain it from the beginning again. So the first thing you need to do is, once you have your basic bodies, indicate where you want the cowl neck to start from. That is the beginning of the cowl neck, where you want the dropping to start from. So that's the first thing. So you indicate that. For this, some people will use 4, some will use 5, but it shouldn't be too low, because by the time you start dropping, if it's too low, it would be showing your cleavage. So you can just do your 5 inches mark. Yes, then how many drapes do you want? So the first thing is first drape where you want the cowl neck to be starting from. That's the first thing. The next thing is, how many drapes do you want? So this wants 3 drapes. So with 3 drapes now, you can just go 1 inch away from that 5. So 1 inch, okay, another 1 inch, another 1 inch. But you can see that this person ended up not following the 1 inch line, which is fine. So, but I think she wanted the drape to end at 9 inches. So wherever you want the drape to end, you can also mark that point. Yeah, so that means this drape is from 5, starting from 5, and it's going to end in at 9. So you have to be careful, because you know drapes can tend to be showing your bust area. But if you want to show your bust area, maybe you wear a singlet under it, that's fine. So let's just say, you know, 5 to 9, that's the drape that we want. So once you do that, mark your lines. If it's 3 you want, this can also be for 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, but I like to stick with 3. Okay, so that's that. The next thing you consider now is where you want the drape to be. Now some drapes will just be on the shoulder line, some will extend into the armhole, some will eat really deep. I'll try and drop different slash and spread methods of doing the drape, so that you can have an idea of what I'm saying, and maybe their pictures. So some will eat really deep into the armhole, so it's just depending. But the number of lines you have here, you would also indicate it on your shoulder line and your armhole. You can put on your shoulder line alone, you can extend it into your armhole. So for this now, obviously the first one is going to be starting from your neck width. Now your neck width, you can extend it. Now this person's normal neck is a 4 inch, but she extended it by another half inch. So this is the first line. Then so that's where you want the neck width to start from. So you take your 3 lines, that's 1, 2 and 3. Now this doesn't need a measurement, just spread it through. So from here, this is the starting point of the neck width. Don't forget, this is starting point of the neck depth, this is the ending point. So starting point, then you go, she did 1 in the mid shoulder, she did 1 on the shoulder line, and 1 on the armhole. Now not the princess line, because princess line is half of this, but just above. So you can put it on the princess line, you can put it above or put it below. Once you've done that, so the next thing you will do is to, let me leave this and use the smaller ruler. The next thing you do is to now rule your lines. So you first rule a straight line, yeah, first rule a straight line for your neck width to your neck depth. Then so from that one, from this first line to the second line, now do a curved line. You can use your French curve or you can use your freehand. So do a curved line. Don't forget I said curved line. So curved line 1, you look at the next point, you meet this one. Curved line 2, from this place to this place, you can see we use the French curve. Curved line 3, and from here to here you do curved line 4. So once you indicate your line, then this is where the slash and spread now comes into play. Slash and spread, you need a starting point and an ending point. Now, so that's why we call it slash through, not through. I'll try and do something on slash through, which is slash and separate. Maybe with a cowl, trousers or something. Anything you want me to do on slash and separate, please drop it in the comment section and I'll try and work around that. Okay, so once you have done your curve lines, now cut all the curve lines and stop at the edge. Don't cut out, just stop very close to the edge. So we cut all the way. Then you can see we didn't cut it out. There's a small point that we have. Then we cut like that. So all the way to the edge. We are not cutting it out complete. This one too, cut, and like that. Now, for sake of, in case you want to cut, you can just name your cutting. This is cut 1. This is cut 2. This is cut 3. Cut 1, cut 2, yeah, cut 3, and cut 4. So this is if you have it, slashing through, and we need to be careful so that we can make reference to it. So once you do that, the next thing is the spreading. So you've slashed now, the next thing is for you to spread. So spreading means you now spread out. By the time you spread out, your armhole should give you a C. Your armhole should give you a C. So like that, just do that carefully. Okay, this one too has cut. That's why I said we have to be careful of the way we are opening it so that it doesn't cover. That's not a problem, we can still work with that. So I'm just going to take that edge that's cut. Okay, so we're just going to slash, we're just going to spread it all the way like that. So dependent on how full you want it, that's how much you now spread. So I'm just going to try and use a lining to cut so that you can see the finished version of it. Okay, so like that, so all the way. So I'm going to get a lining to try and do the cutting. So because I'm actually not ready to draft that, so I get a lining and I'm going to fold it over so I can cut, and you can see how to navigate your own cutting too. So don't forget, as usual, center front on center front. Center front is always on fold, so my lining is on fold at the center front, and place the center. So please always place the center on the center front. If you need, you can use a pin to hold it down. Okay, so once we've done that, center on center, the next thing we need to do is we now spread. So you're going to spread all the way. Don't worry. Okay, sorry. So we're just going to be spreading it all the way, center to center on fold. So now the beauty of using the slash and spread is that, unlike the triangle system that tailors use, your cowl will not be eating into the bodice. Your cowl will be stopping wherever you want it to stop. So you just go like that. So just spread. So spread as much as you want it to open out. Yeah, so don't forget, this is our neckline and this is the beginning point. don't forget what I said. This point has to get to the edge, and they can get this point. Now another thing you can do is, if you want your cowl to have like facing inside it, you can see that our armhole is already, you know, folding and folding up. Okay, so this has to be straight. Yeah. And then the next thing is, if you want you know, facing inside, let me see, I'll just fold this in as the facing, and I'll just draw this. So this is the edge, this is the edge, and just do the curve from there. Okay, so this will take like some time, but you will get your desired result. So this is the edge, like that. So pasted it. You can use pin if you don't have a paper tape. You can use your pin. Okay, so just spread like that, and then so the basic thing is that this will come out. That's fine. Okay, so I think we've gotten our spread. We can also still go in. So after this, you can now go in to make sure our armhole curves in more. So I take my armhole, I curve it more. So that means this is the top. Now you can see the difference with the first one I did. The first one I made sure this was the edge, but this will not give us so much fold. This is the edge. We'll see where the armhole line is. Yeah. So if I want it to be fuller, I curve my armhole point. I curve it in. I curve it in to reach the edge. To reach the edge, and I just leave the rest like that. Okay. So don't bother about the lines that are coming out. Everything will work. So make sure all the lines are straight, and I can cut now. So what I'm going to be cutting is, now you can see that this is our shoulder line. This shoulder line has cut, so please be careful when you cut through. So these are the folds now that you have that will make up for your cowl neck. You can see the spacing, and you can see the spacing up. So if you don't want to see this full, I told you use the first one. So I'm going to make it just full, and the center on center, don't forget that. But I might not be cutting the full body, I might just be cutting it to the half length, since it's not like I need this. And I did something I was supposed to work from this center, but it's fine. Okay, let me redraw what I've done. Okay, you can see that the armhole is looking like a C now. So I just cut. This already has allowance, so I'm not adding any sewing allowance. I'm just going to cut it at the waistline. Just going to cut it at the waistline. I'm going to stop there. Since it's not important, this is just the lining. Just want you to see the end result of the gown. Okay, so this is it. Lining. So this is it. Now you can remove your cowl, and then you can keep it for other times. See our armhole line. You can see that it has turned into a C. See our shoulder line. Now don't forget that we folded in. That's because we wanted allowance. So our folding still remains our folding line. Don't forget that part. So you should know where you folded in. Okay. So I'm going to have to raise the video now so that we can get a better view of what we have done. Okay, so our cowl neck is done. We just want to see the finished result. So this is how it would look on the body, and you have the sewing allowance that this is what we use to do the facing. Like this one itself too, it has a facing inside, so you can put your facing inside it just like that. So you're going to just tape the insides as the facing. So by the time this drops, so this is actually the armhole, yeah, and this part, you know, your shoulder line. So by the time the shoulder line, you sew it to the back, you can see our cowl neck is dropping. So shoulder line to shoulder line. So my shoulder line, this is it. This is the shoulder line. This is the armhole. So you can see by the time we sew the shoulder line to the normal shoulder line. So this is my shoulder line of this dress. I'm going to sew this now. see to it is that this drop is not really falling, because maybe I started from 5, but this is a smaller bodice. This is not my bodice, so that's why I cannot put it on my shoulder. Like this is for someone not as wide as I am, so you can see the cowl neck. So if you want, if you're maybe a size 12 upward, please let your cowl neck start from, let's say, maybe 6 inches, so that it can go down, because it started from 5. That's why this is not low. So if this was on the person's bodice and we now sew it, so you can see the armhole staying straight and the neckline coming down to get your cowl neck. But now cowl neck should be done with really soft fabric, so that you can, so we have 3 lines, so I'm trying to see if I can get the 3 drops in the armhole. So normally I'm supposed to just get like 3 folds. I have 2 already, but you can get more by the time you make the dress. So if this one looks too high, don't start from 5 inches, maybe start from 7 inches and take it down to maybe like 11 inches on the center bodice. But that's just how to go about your cowl neck. So thank you for watching the video. Drop your comments, drop your